Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the No Cap recap of the April 26, 2022, Season 9, Episode 24 of The Curse of Oak Island, called On the Road. If you missed my recap of Episode 23, there's a link to it in the upper right. Let's get into it. There is an island in the North Atlantic where people have been looking for an incredible treasure for more than 227 years. In the money pit, the fifth of four pre-planned 10-foot diameter steel encased shafts is underway. The team had several more weeks of search time before the harsh northeastern winter set in, so they decided to do one more shaft. This one just 5 feet north of the C1 shaft, locations of numerous finds, including high water readings of gold and silver. Later that morning, members of the team gather in the war room for a video conference with Rick and the Portugal contingent, who are on a field trip looking for clues concerning Oak Island. Rick informs the group of the findings from the previous week's show, including finding matching symbols from the 90-foot stone and the HO stone, as well as the stone road that is 2,000 years old. Later that afternoon, Marty, Steve, Gary, and Billy meet on Lot 15 just east of the swamp. After providing the government with results of a ground-penetrating radar scan on a previous episode and the news of the matching stone road in Portugal, the team has been given permission to unearth more of the one on Oak Island. After just 2 small scoops with the backhoe, Marty uncovers cobblestones. Another 2 scoops nearby reveals 5 more flat cobblestones. Marty decides to have archaeologist Laird Niven take a look at it to help devise a plan to proceed. 2,800 miles away in Tomar, Portugal, Rick and the field trip team arrive at the Convento de Cristo, or Convent of Christ, built in 1160. It was a stronghold for the Knights Templar. Rick says what this is a testament to is that nothing was beyond them, referring to the Knights Templar. Next, the group is shown an aqueduct indicator. The elongated middle finger shows which way the water is flowing. It reminded researcher Corin Mall of the finger drains on Oak Island. Rick says those finger drains were rock and they had a cap rock on top of them. Corin confirms the aqueduct there is built the same way. The finger drains on Oak Island, covered with coconut fiber and eel grass for filtering purposes, appeared to converge into a single tunnel heading west towards the money pit. The aqueduct symbols are further shown on each side of a walkway, with larger stones covering it underneath. At the original main entrance, Corin points out the cross with the dots that matches the one on the HO stone. Found on Oak Island's northern shore in 1921, the HO stone is the only known remaining fragment of this large boulder that was blown up so searchers could dig underneath it only to find nothing. Corin says the symbol represents something of their own, again referring to the Knights Templar. The next day, the Portugal group arrives in Lisbon at the Military Museum. They're following up on the small cannonballs or stone shot found within the previous 2 years on Oak Island, including one deep in the money pit area. Examination by an expert concluded with an origination from Portugal's Azores Islands. A replica of the stone shot found on Oak Island almost fits inside this 14 to 1500 swivel gun, which would be used on decks of ships. The gun is highly corroded, otherwise the shot would completely fit. The museum representative says that this type of gun could be taken off the ship and mounted onto a palisade to be used on land. The group then travels 20 miles west to Sintra, Portugal, to visit Quinta de Regulera. They are shown an initiation well. It is 13 feet wide and has 9 levels, which matches the money pit. Previous searcher Robert Restall dug through wood at odd angles and theorized that a spiral surrounded the money pit. Looking up, you can see an oak tree. The original story of the money pit discovery in 1795 was that there was a 13-foot diameter depression, and above it was a block and tackle hanging from an oak tree limb. Back on Oak Island's Lot 15, Lars says it's evident that the road builders were trying to create a level surface. Marty uncovers a bit more with the backhoe and asks what's next. Lars says the rest will have to be uncovered by hand. Next time on the Season 9 finale of The Curse of Oak Island, called Treasure Island, Rick says this is what we saw in Portugal. Rick tells that they can scan the entire island to find targets underground, which was teased months ago on an Oak Island companion show. It's called Muon Technology and is the same way new voids were found in the Great Pyramid, which is going to be repeated with improved tech, which should be much more precise. And Gary detects something in the spoils pile as Jack exclaims, "What the heck is that?" The episode synopsis reads, after more than a decade of tireless work, the Laginas and their dedicated team have not only proven that the Oak Island mystery is more profound than anyone thought possible, but are closer than anyone who came before them to finally recovering the treasure. I'll be back next week to recap that season finale, and a link to that recap episode will be in the upper right in this video once I post the season finale no cap recap. I am Coach Steve Money. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can schedule a free assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The links are also in the video description. You can email me about coaching or anything on my YouTube channel, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. You can add me on Instagram at CoachSteveMoney, no spaces. And of course, this YouTube channel is youtube.com/CoachSteveMoney. Thank you so much for your support. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you so much for watching.